Okay, what if I told you that you could get a full workout? We're talking the equivalent of 10,000 steps, all without moving a single muscle on your own. I know, it sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but today we're going to break down a machine that claims to do exactly that. So that's the big promise, right? Getting all the circulatory benefits of a really long walk while you're just comfortably lying on your back. It's a pretty wild statement, and yeah, your first reaction is probably, no way. I get it. For sure, it seems to go against everything we think we know about exercise. I mean, how can you possibly get the same effects as actually walking without, walking? To figure that out, we've got to look at the science behind the claim. So how in the world does this thing actually work? Well, it turns out the principle behind it is pretty fascinating once you break it down. Let's dive into the mechanics. All right, so how does this machine create what they're calling effortless exercise? It all comes down to a very specific and actually very gentle type of motion. It all comes down to something called oscillation waves. Just picture a really smooth, kind of fish-like motion. It starts at your ankles and then sends this gentle ripple all the way up your body. This isn't some random vibration. It's a very precise movement designed to get your circulation going and even help with things like lymphatic drainage. So here's how it plays out. You lay down, put your ankles on the machine, and it starts creating that gentle side-to-side wave. That motion travels up your legs, through your hips, and gets your whole spine moving. This full-body movement really gets your blood flowing, kind of like what happens when you go for a brisk walk. And here's the kicker. Your body is being moved, but you're not doing any of the work. You are totally passive in this whole process. Your muscles get to stay relaxed, there's zero strain on your joints, which is exactly what makes it such a unique idea for people with mobility challenges. So, we've covered the how, but now let's get to the who. Who is this really for, and why is that so important? This is where the whole story really comes together. So by stimulating the body this way, the machine can create a circulatory effect that's pretty similar to walking 10,000 steps. Now, for a lot of us, that might just sound like a cool convenience, but for some people, it's a total lifeline. And this is who we're really talking about. This isn't some new fitness fad for people who are already able-bodied. It's for individuals with serious mobility issues, specifically elderly people who find walking difficult, painful, or maybe even impossible. I mean, think about it. If someone is bedridden or spends most of their day in a chair, this gives them a way to gently move their body and get their blood pumping. It delivers some of those core benefits of exercise that would otherwise be completely off the table for them, and they can do it safely, right in their own home. And this brings us to a really crucial point, how we care for our aging loved ones. When walking becomes a genuine danger, what are the options? Well, this machine presents a really safe alternative. With traditional exercise, even just a walk outside, there's always that very real risk of falling, which is a huge concern for anyone with mobility problems. But because you're lying down to use the Chimachine, that risk is, well, it's basically gone. It gets rid of the physical barriers and the safety worries, which makes it a real option when other forms of exercise just aren't possible. So yeah, while that idea of effortless exercise might sound great to a lot of people, its real value, its true purpose, is for a population that's often been left out of the conversation about physical activity. It's a tool for wellness, offering a way to stay active when all the other doors have closed. Innovations like the Chimachine really make you stop and think about what's possible when it comes to elderly care. It shows that it's not just about medicine, but about finding creative, safe ways to improve someone's quality of life. As our loved ones get older, it really makes you wonder, what other simple, effective solutions might we be overlooking? It's definitely something to think about.